tell me about this situation.
Customers having some issues with seepage in their basement coming up from the floor. They want to finish their basement. They need to make sure that it's not going to be ruined at the next rainstorm. We want to install a drain tile system, a 4-inch pipe that will lead to a sump pit and then pump all the water outside of the home. This will relieve the pressure of the water as it tries to build up under the floor and keep this basement dry.
Now, how is that the most efficient course of action for this particular customer?
The best way to deal with water is to move it. You can never stop water. I mean, look at the Grand Canyon. It will eventually win. What we need to do is give it an easier path to travel, redirect it. We want to make sure that we're respectful of everyone's home. We have a plastic film that attaches to the floor, cover areas of plastic so we don't transfer dust to the rest of the home. We also cover up the vents into the heating ducts because we don't want dust to get into here, because then once the air turns on, it's going to blow dust out of all the vents in the house. Because it is a construction project, there will be dust. We use HEPA filters so that not only do we have a healthy environment to work in, but it keeps the rest of the customer's home clean as well. We just finished breaking all the concrete, so now we need to trench out around the perimeter to get ready for the drain tile.
Now, how deep would they have to go?
Usually about 18 inches. It does depend on how thick that floor is. It should be about 4 inches, but old Chicago homes, sometimes we're not poured with that exact specification. We've got the trench dug, we've got the sump pit dug. We're just connecting under the block wall now, and we'll be ready to start putting gravel and drain tile down. The drain tile we put in is perforated, so it has slots all around it. Those slots allow the water to get into the pipe. We're gonna lay a little bed of gravel for that drain tile to lay on. We're gonna lay it down, and then we're gonna surround that drain tile with more washed stone. The gravel and the sock prevent the buildup of debris, so once it gets to the pit, it's actually just clean storm water that can be pumped out of the home safely and into the yard. This home has a radon reduction system. That system will actually be more effective now because it can get free-flowing air from even lower down in the floor. This is our 12 mil thread reinforced vapor barrier. Any water that tries to come through that wall is going to be stopped by that vapor barrier. We're going to be drilling it into the wall with 1/4-inch fasteners. When they finish this basement with studding, drywall, and insulation, it does not get moldy when it rains. Anytime you have a cinder block foundation, you want to make sure that you drill holes to help the cinder block drain into our drain tile. We're going to put a drain board on. It's going to be at the right angle against the wall, so that when we pour our concrete, we have a small gap. Anything that comes down the wall behind our vapor barrier can get easily into the drain tile, pumped to the pit and out.
Now, how far would that have to be pumped from the house?
We're going to want to keep that at least 20 feet away from the house, because if we just put the discharge line right out and end it, that water's just going to end up going right back into our tile system and just recirculating. The 1.5-inch discharge comes straight out of the home, transitions into our 4-inch buried line. We have a coupler there called a freeze guard that will help prevent any backup or burnout of the pump if the line were to freeze. This pipe is going to be buried right under us. That ends at a bubbler pot. So now we get to move on to the concrete at the very end. We've got the concrete in, the entire drain tile system is complete, and that comes with a lifetime guarantee.
The customer is left with a clean, dry, protected home.
Yes.
Outstanding.
So now that's one more basement waterproofed and sealed, thanks to the Real Seal.